Chatham Glenwood Titans football on 970 WMAY, the news and talk of Springfield.
Back here at CT's Hideout on 970 WMAY, post-game of Glenwood Titan football. I hope I don't offend you guys. I like to call you guys the Hog Mollies. Back with a couple of Hog Mollies there. Carter Wilkey as well as Austin Dierkes joining us right now on the offensive line. And I asked you during the break, first question I'll ask you on the air too. How much do you enjoy those one-play drives where it's one play, 55 yards, as opposed to grinding it out and having a 4-minute drive going on?
It's fun. It's it's nice just to be able to go out there and then get one play in and go to the bench and be happy. But sometimes grinding it out and getting physical, that's sometimes a little more exciting.
I was gonna say more fun for you guys.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. You agree there, Austin?
Yeah, I agree.
Coming into this season, a lot of people had question marks about the offensive line because it's a relatively new unit. It seems like now you guys are taking pride in how well you've been protecting Matt Benitis. Is that something you were like, all right, the one question mark they're asking is about us. We got to make sure that question is answered. Is that something you guys thought about?
Oh, yeah. Matt's my cousin. My aunt
He's protecting family here. He'd get in trouble.
My aunt would kill me if we let him get sacked. And I told him at the beginning of the season we're going to try and make him the least hit quarterback in the CSA.
Well, so far, so
You're
good.
working pretty well at that so far.
Now, when he gets outside the pocket, you guys enjoy that more when he's kind of on the roll, or is that more difficult for you guys because you guys have to kind of roll out with him?
I don't know, playing offensive tackle, sometimes it's a little easier, him staying in the pocket and just, riding the guy upfield. Then sometimes, depending on who you play, and how aggressive they're playing on the line.
Speaking of who you play, I don't want to overlook this game too quickly, but next week you guys have Rochester, and everyone's been talking about Matt Swain this, Matt Swain that. I'm sure you guys have heard it. So is that obviously one guy you guys are going to focus on next week to try to make sure the offense runs smoothly for you guys?
I know we got a game plan for Matt Swain because we know he has speed up front, but we also have to remember everybody else because he can't be the only person that you block.
Look at that. Go ahead.
Something that I never got to experience in my high school days was I never played a meaningful postseason game, let alone a regular season game like you guys are coming up with next week. What are just some of the, even pregame, what are just some of the emotions you're feeling, you're going through, in the locker room? Is it just an uncontainable, is it just you're ready to pounce, it's time to go? I'm just curious what it feels like getting ready for that game.
You just want to get up on the line and just hit, get that excitement, that tension out, just go out there. And, with Rochester, everyone talks about their offense, but their defense is just as tough as their offense, and they can stop anyone.
See, I like this. They're looking ahead, but they're very
focused.
Very focused on what they need to do.
I've asked all the guys, homecoming, it seems there's so much going on off the field. How difficult is it sometimes to focus to what you got to get done on the field?
I think we started off fast but ended slow, or in the middle we went slow, and I think we were just distracted by all the festivities going on. And Coach Rourke told us the whole season, for this week coming up, that we can't be distracted by this, but I think we did.
Just a little bit there, and then once you got your bearings again.
Just takes out the natural, the rhythm of practice throughout the week.
That's
shortened
true.
Practice on Wednesday for the parade, and everyone's kind of thinking about the dance and whatever, and everyone's talking to you about that. And
right.
It's a little different.
You guys going to the dance tomorrow night?
I am.
I'm not.
You're going to be breaking out film with Benitis. He's saying he's not going either. He's going to be breaking out film.
Me and Matt will be breaking out some film.
Nice. Carter, so I have to ask you pick out your own outfit or the lady pick it out for you?
The lady picked it out.
That seems to be the overrunning consensus of the entire team is the ladies run the show when it comes to wardrobe.
I think that's probably the best way to handle it.
Joining us too, I'm going to butcher your last name, Nathan.
That's fine.
I'm sure my color commentator throws me under the bus. He's like, I'm going to walk away and let Mike try to tackle this. What's the pronunciation?
Olejniczak.
Olejniczak. All right, Nathan Olejniczak joining us now as well. We've been talking to the entire team all night long, and each one of you can speak on this. It seemed like this game tonight, out of all the games so far this season, there was a lot of chirping. And I don't know if it was from their defensive line or linebackers who it was, but take us through that process of when you're constantly getting chirped at, how difficult it is to remain calm in that type of situation.
Well, I would say it was more the linebackers trying to do the chirping and get in our heads and distract us and everything. But I think that we focused on what we had to do. We got our job done, and although it was rough in the beginning, but we started to get it going. Because Coach Rourke told us just to tune it out and just get ready for the game. and we just came after it the second half and just tuned everything out.
It's got to be tough as linemen when it's the defensive backs chirping, not to just pick them up and power bomb them like Captain Insano style. Is that sometimes you have to just fight the urge, just pick up these kids and throw them?
Yeah. Just we know that we have to contain our anger, and we don't want to get out there and make any stupid mistakes or get any dumb penalties. We just have to hold our water and keep calm and do it within the play. And not do anything that's going to hurt our team. I
got to ask you guys, because you guys really answered the bell. After that Dan Helm interception, it looks like everyone's excited. You're up 13-0, and all of a sudden, not only are we not getting a touchdown, but now we're without Tyler DeRozier. The offense came out there. Was it something you guys all kind of said to each other, all right, our defense has been big all year long. It's time to pick them up. It's time to drive this ball into the end zone and get this momentum back on our side.
I mean, yeah, with Tyler gone, we don't only lose defensive like a presence, but also in the running back game. None of our other running backs are as experienced as him in big games, and we just got to know to get back, and the next play has got to happen no matter what happens on the last one. We just went forward with it.
And how satisfying was it when you with all that chirping, you get in that goal line situation? Because a lot of your touchdowns are big plays, tonight. You get in that goal line situation. How satisfying is for you as a unit when you hand the ball off to J.D. Rush and he goes in without anyone laying half a finger? I mean, that hole was gigantic. That's got to be satisfying for you guys as a unit.
Yeah. It really helps when J.D. runs, because he knows what he's doing and he knows what he has to do. And we just get our job done if we can, and we try to get the score on the board and get the defense back out there.
Well, it was a tough fought ball game for you guys. You rose above all the chirping. You get the big victory, and you got a huge game next week against Rochester. Anything you guys obviously talked to Matt Swain, but film probably starts tomorrow morning maybe to watch.
Yep.
Back at it bright and early. Well, Austin Dierkes, Carter Wilkey, and I'm going to call you Big Nate there.
That's
because
fine.
until I get this pronunciation down, rock solid. It's going to be Big Nate.
That's fine. Yep.
Appreciate you guys stopping by CT's Hideout. Always good to get the linemen on, and best of luck next week against the Rochester Rockets.
Chatham Glenwood Titans football on 970 WMAY, the news and talk of Springfield.